Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video I'll be sharing with you guys how to make two beautiful A-line skirts. I'll be showing you guys two methods, especially this one I am putting on that is much fuller. And for this one I am yet to insert my zipper, and I am yet to shaping the skirts to perfection, and this is what it is looking like. You can see how full and beautiful this is looking. If this looks like what you are interested in, do not forget to hit the subscribe button. If you're yet to do so, do not forget to turn on the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video. So without wasting much of our time, let's get into the video. Pas de soleil, pas de soleil, pas de soleil. So like I said, I'll be sharing with you guys how to make two types of inline skirts. So welcome back, and we'll be making use of this beautiful African print. I have 6 yards here, but I'm definitely not using all the 6 yards for just the skirt. So let's get into the video. So if you look closely, you will see some markings on this skirt pattern already, and this fabric is already folded into two. This is the waistline, okay, this is the hip line, and this is the knee line, okay, and this is the length of the skirt. So I'll go ahead now and tell you what I did for the knee line. So to get your knee line, all you need to do is to go 3 inches above your knee measurement. Okay, so this is my knee measurement. So I went 3 inches above that so that I will be able to walk with the skirt. I hope you understand. If you do not do this, you will find it difficult to walk with your skirt. So go 3 inches above your knee line. Okay, so now first thing, we'll be placing our waist measurement. So your waist circumference measurement, go ahead and mark it this way, and then you add your stitching allowance. So for me, I'll be using a dart, so I also added dart allowance. So I'll come to the hip, I'll divide the hip circumference measurement by 4, and then I'll also mark it on the hip line. So after marking it on the hip line, you also add your stitching allowance as well on the hip line. Okay, so do not forget to go 3 inches above your knee line. Okay, so I'll measure what I have on my hip line. This way. So just place your tape, you measure it like this, and then you minus 1.5 inch from whatever thing you got from your hip line and place it on your knee line. Okay, so measure your hip and then minus 1.5 inch and place it on your knee line. So you can see the fabric is folded into two, and what I folded here is 21 inches. Now this 21 inches is not constant. It depends on how much fabric you have and how much you want it to be full. Okay, or that is say how much, like how wide you want the A-line shape to be. So in my own case, I folded 21 inch, and I'm just connecting my dots together. So now from the knee line, I'll connect it to meet this point this way. Okay, so this is basically how to draft out an A-line skirt. So I'll just connect it like so, after which I'll use my free hand to just adjust the line. So this is how to draft out an A-line skirt, and this is the first type of skirt. So this is the front piece. So do not forget I have 21 inches here, so you can make yours more than 21 inch, you can make it lesser depending on how wide and how much fabric you have. After that, go ahead and cut out your skirt, and this is the shape that we have. So on this down part, you can curve it if you want to, but I will not be curving I want it to be that way. So we'll bring the back piece. Now for the back piece, the only difference between the front and the back is the zipper allowance, which is this line that you are seeing here, this one. So that is a zipper allowance, and that is the only difference between the front and the back. So I'll bring back the front piece, and I'll just go ahead and arrange it well on the back piece this way and pin it down so that it stays perfectly. So you place your front piece on your back piece this way on the line, the zipper line, okay, and ensure that you arrange this properly before cutting it out so that you don't have the back longer than the front or the front longer than the back. Okay, so just take your time. So this is the first A-line skirt. After this, we'll be drafting out the second A-line skirt, which is more fuller than this one. So I'm just arranging it the way you see me doing. Okay, so after arranging it this way, I'll just go ahead and trace it out, and that's basically it for this particular A-line skirt. It is not difficult at all. That is just all you need to do. So this is what I have. Like I said, I won't be covering the edge of the skirt. I want it to be that way. So after doing that, do not forget to split your zipper opened this way for the back piece. So this is the first A-line skirt, and this is what it is looking like. Okay, this is what it is looking like, just in case this is the one you want to make. It's also full and it's also beautiful. So let's move to the second one. So for the second one, you place your dress like this after making the first one. So we'll be making it from this first one. So to begin, your knee line, identify your knee line again. This is your knee line. What you need to do is to divide your nipple to nipple measurements by 2. In my own case, it is 7 inches divided by 2 is 3.5, and then I'll mark 3.5 like this, and then this 3.5 I'll take it down. Okay, so I'll just use my ruler to rule this 3.5 inches down the way you see me doing. Okay, so after doing that, the next thing we'll be doing is to take 1 inch from this line that we have. You mark 1 inch like this. Okay, so you place 1 inch. Just ensure that your line is straight. Okay, after marking it, go ahead and connect all the lines together this way. So after connecting it on this knee line, do not cross the knee line. On the knee line, go ahead and curve it this way. Just watch the way I'm curving mine. So it should not be straight, but it should also stop at the knee line. So curve it this way, and that's basically it. So the next thing you'll be doing is to cut this out. So ensure that yours is looking like mine before cutting it out. Okay, so do not forget that the front and the back piece are being placed together. Okay, I'm not cutting it separately, they are together, and I am cutting this out. So just take your time and ensure that you cut it out. So this is what we have after I was done cutting it out. You can see what we have. So when we open this up, for the front we'll be having 2, for the back we'll be having 2 holes as well. So I'll just open this up for you to see. So can you see what we have? Can you see? So this is what you should have when you open yours. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and arrange this back. So I opened this up just to show you guys what it should look like. So just go ahead and arrange it back. Okay, so after arranging it back this way, the next thing you'll be doing is to measure what you have from that knee line down to your length. So you place your tape like this and you measure it. So what I have is 26. You come to this side, measure the same thing. I have the same 26 inches. So now we'll go ahead and cut a replacement for that part. Now to cut out this replacement, remember I said I have 26 inches. Guys, it is better to have excess and then later trim it off than to have shortage, especially for this tie. So I'll even advise you, if a beginner, you should even add around 5 inches extra so that you can cut it out if it is too much. Okay, so to cut out the flay for that part, I'll just measure 29 inches, which is here. Okay, so I added stitching allowance. Do not forget. Okay, ensure you add enough, more than enough, and trim it out later than to have shortage. So I'll fold the fabric this way to meet that chalk, that mark that I made there. So you fold your fabric like this to meet the mark, and then you arrange it properly. So go ahead and do yours. Do not forget to add your stitching allowance. So you can see how I am folding it, or you can see how I folded it rather. So after folding it like this, the next thing we'll be doing is to fold it again, and this way we'll be folding it in the form of a triangle. So basically we are cutting out a 180-degree flare. So you can see how I am folding it. So from that edge, I'll just make a triangle like this. Okay, now I'll repeat the same process. So I just folded this in a form of a triangle like this. Can you see what I have? So go ahead and do yours the same way I did mine. So go ahead and fold it like so in the form of a triangle. Then from this place, I'll mark my 29 inches. So I'll mark my 29 inches like this. So you place your tape off on the tip of this tip here, and then you mark whatever figure you are marking. So in my own case, it is 29 inches and I just marked it. Now this 29 inches, I'm going to take it round. Okay, so I'll keep marking it and I'll take it round. So after marking it like this, you can see what I have. So I'll just still add another ½ inch allowance. Guys, it's better I have excess because I don't want shortage. So after adding it like this, I'll go ahead and cut this out. So I'll cut it out and we are done with that part. So this is what it should look like. Then the next thing you do is to fold it again this way. Just watch what I am doing. So you fold it again into two like this. Fold it and then make a curve at this edge, a curve that will fit in into the skirt part. Okay, so just use your free hand to just curve it. It must not be perfect, but let it just fit into the skirt part. Okay, so after curving it, I'll go ahead and separate this flay. Remember we need 4 pieces, 2 for the front skirt, 2 for the back skirt. So go ahead and open this up. So you just go ahead and open all the closed sides of this skirt like this, and yeah, so now we'll have 4 pieces. So we'll be having 4 pieces. This is 2, 1, 2, and this is 3, 4. So now I'll just go ahead and mark on the wrong side so that I don't mix it up.
Okay, so now what we'll be doing now is we'll be bringing back the skirt since we are done with the drafting of the flare. So now this is the front skirt. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and remove just the front. So let's work on the front. So I'll remove the front skirt this way, as you can see, and I'll just place it on the table, so like so, and I'll bring one of the flare, which is this one. So what I'll do now is to open it up. Just bring one, you open it up like this, and then you take it to your machine and stitch it down. Okay, so you place it this way, and then you run a stitch on both sides. So you place it like this, turn your skirt like so, you arrange it properly, and then you stitch it down. Okay, after stitching it down, you flip it to the other side and you also stitch the other side. So I'll go ahead and do that. I'll also fix my skirts, the lining, the zipper, and I'll come back and show you guys what it looks like.
Okay, so just in case you don't know how to join your skirt, please let me know and I'll make a full video on that. So this is our skirt and this is what it is looking like. You can see it at the beginning of the video and also at the end of the video. So thank you guys so much for stopping by today. Till I see you in my next one. Bye.